All right, last video for this lesson. So let's see if we want to do 3v minus 2u. So you're going to do 3 times vector v minus 2 times vector u. The way I approach these, there's a couple different ways you could do it. I obviously distribute the 3 into the first vector. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. But then for the second vector, I personally leave it as a subtraction problem and just distribute the 2. So 2 times 5 is 10, and 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And then when you put your components together, I'm going to do 3 minus 10, so x1 minus x2, and then 6 minus negative 4. So be careful with that, okay? That's a negative, so you're subtracting a negative. So subtract a negative. So that's how I get negative 7, comma, when you subtract a negative, that's really the positive, so that becomes 6 plus 4, so negative 7, comma, 10. And then just doing u plus v, this should be pretty easy, so go ahead and I'll give you about 30 seconds to do u plus v, since that's all it should take. Five more seconds, finish that up. So u plus v, you should have gone 6, comma, 0. So if you just do 5 plus 1 is 6, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. After you find these, then we would actually ask you to find the magnitude or direction, just like we did yesterday. So just know that after you find this, we could then put like absolute value bars around this and ask you to find magnitude or find the direction of u plus v. So fun stuff. Okay, the last thing we have to cover in this video before we take a look at your homework is going to be ij form, but ij form does not change anything. So if I give you vector v is negative 3i plus 7j and vector u is negative 8j, to find this in ij form, if I want to do u minus v, I would take u, which is negative 8j, minus v, which is negative 3i plus 7j. Notice how I put parentheses around that. That matters, okay? Because you are subtracting all of vector v. So how I'm going to start this is distributing that negative. So I have negative 8j. Negative times negative is positive 3i, not j. Let's fix that. And then negative times 7i is a negative 7i. Dang it, that's j. That's the second mistake I made. So negative times negative 3i is positive 3i. Negative times positive 7j is negative 7j. And then just combine like terms, but making sure you're in ij form. So I'd have a positive 3i and then negative 15j. And that'd be my resultant vector. Be the same thing as 3 comma negative 15 if I wrote it in component form with my little triangle brackets, but that's how it ends up. Okay, so last one, gonna give you guys, let's go a minute to try this last one, and then we'll take a look at your homework. So 1 minute, try 16b. So about 30 more seconds. Okay, so that is about your time to try 16b. So multiplying v by 4 should have gotten you negative 12i plus 28j. And multiplying u by 5 should have gotten you negative 40j. And if you combine like terms, you should have gotten negative 12i, and then a negative 40 plus a 28 would have gotten me negative 12j. So that is your vectors algebraically. So when you do this in your homework, so looking at your calendar, your homework is homework 47. You do have some book problems to do. So on page 497, number 11 through 17 are only the odds. Then 29, 31, 45, and 47. Okay. All of those examples are going to be your vectors algebraically. And I do believe we sprinkled in some direction and magnitude as review for that homework. 1 through 7, let's make sure I'm doing good with time. 1 through 7 below. So 1 through 6, you have to find them geometrically. Notice how there's graphs. So you should be graphing them and graph the resultant vector. That's something a lot of people forget, given the vectors over here. And make sure you put what all of these are equal to. So write it in component form, what these are equal to, okay? And then number 7 is just your parallelogram problem. So try these parallelogram problems. You can show the work right on here if you ask me, but make sure you start. So it's start to finish, start to finish. So where one ends, the other has to begin, and then your resultant is beginning of first to end of last. So let's see, that's going to be 1, 4, 8, plus. So 15 problems total after you do your book work. Okay, so hopefully this video helps you out, and you can rewatch it as you need to. And then Mrs. Wilkes will for sure be here on April 23rd, which is the Monday. Let's see, Tuesday, because we don't have school Monday. So she'll for sure be here the 23rd to pick back up with you. She'll check your homework, all of that fun stuff. So remember, these videos are just in case I'm gone, because you never know what can happen with labor, I guess. So this is your last video. Like I said, Miss Wilkes is a pro with pre-cal, so you guys are going to be in totally good hands. And I know you're going to rock out the rest of this semester in pre-cal. Okay, well, come back and visit me, seniors, and then juniors. You are at the school, so you have no excuse. You better come back and see me, okay? And then if you have any doubts, I mean, I'm teaching on level stat next year, so hopefully you get me again. All right, bye, guys.